Now that you have the data handy for you, because you've put it into your notebook, we can start to use it in order to solve problems when we're converting the different units into other measures within the same kind. So if we're going to be doing time, we would be working with things like days and hours and years and so forth. The problems can be confusing because we're tracking the numbers, we have to do the calculations, and we have to pay attention to the labels on these things because we're moving around from one small to a larger or a larger to a smaller unit. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is take the measure. That would be the number and the unit label. I've given you an example. The number would be 5. The unit label would be dollars. I use the same number on this one, but 5 pennies is a lot different than $5. So the unit label tells us something about these 5s. Here's another example. 4 feet, 4 miles, that's like to the store. So the unit labels need to be connected so you know what the numeral means. So the very first thing that you want to do when you read a problem that is converting from one type of measurement into another is take the measure and note the number and the unit label. That unit label needs to be spelled fully, or you need to use the standard abbreviations. And I've done that on the charts that you just copied. You're going to have inch, like if the problem is talking about inches, if you want to show it in your work, you can say this way, or you can use the abbreviation inch, like that. Either way, but it's important that you say what this means, this 10 means, and that 10 means. So the second thing to do is spell the labels fully, or use the standard abbreviation. The labels actually help you set up the problem. So when your problem talks about yards, feet, and inches, in this case, we actually make a grid like this. Just draw a line, and you can split it in several places. Let's say in this case we're changing yards into inches. We're going to start out with our yard, and we're going to change it to be inches. So our very first position has yard in it. Here's our number. And now the process starts. The next conversion we do is possibly to feet and yards. We need to be able to cross out the yards, and we do that by putting one on the top row and one on the bottom row. So basically these two labels are eliminated. If we move over again, we've got inches and feet. The feet has to be here if we're going to cross out these two labels. So we're going to put feet on the bottom this time and our inches here. Now we can cross out the feet labels, and we're left with only the inch. So our starting place in this grid that we have goes in the first position, and the ending, when you can quit the problem, when you know you're done, is when you get your factors into the inch category. And so this part would be inches at the end. So you'd have some number here from your calculation, and this would be your label. You're starting off with yards and converting it to inches.